Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading, and today is July 17th, 2025, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, finally, the euro catches up and sells off versus the US dollar, but first look at today's major economic events. So we have at 2:30 South African time from the United States, retail sales numbers coming out. Shouldn't be any surprise to the market, so it's almost like a non-event. However, we do have corporate earnings for Netflix, which is super important, as that one is one of the FANG stocks that hit all-time record highs in the past quarter. Now, looking at the market, starting out the Forex symbols, the British pound retraces back to its lows, and looking at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ rebounds. Looking at commodities, they're pretty much tapering lower, and looking at the stocks, a little bit mixed environment. Tech stocks are strong, bank stocks are weak, and lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin remains unchanged. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. First with the Euro USD. Now it is just rolling lower. I mean, nothing to say about this. And the most important part is that it's making a crossover over the 30-day moving average and closing at that as well. Now it is at previous resistance, subsequent support here. Can't do anything about that. So we may see a bounce over here, but if we do break lower, that means we could go back to the 113-ish level. That's what I guesstimate, or maybe even 114.80 first. Okay, that's going to hit some turbulence there before it goes further down. Now looking at the GBP USD, it's back on its lows here towards the lower end of its range. Okay, now this is testing this area, and it's doing it quite systematically, okay, over a couple of days. So if it does break, this is much more important. If it does break this 133.71, then we could see further sell-off here as well. Now looking at the Japanese yen, also on the flip side, it's losing, okay, because if it goes up, then it's losing versus the US dollar because it's inverse relationship with the currency pair. Now 148.61 is where we're at, and that's resistance-ish level. And again, you're going to have to look at this all together. It's not just one of them will be trading and the other ones won't. It's going to be trading as a group here versus the US dollar. Now that's what I like to see. Now looking at gold, tapering lower here at 3328, nothing really to write home about. Crude oil also tapering a little bit lower here at 66.50. So do natural gas, okay, before giving us this nice little comeback yesterday. But it is tapering, okay. It's not really giving us a clear direction at this point in either direction, as it's kind of exhausted its upwards trend here at 351. Now looking at the US markets, they did gain just slightly yesterday, okay. The Dow Jones and the NASDAQ did gain, and there's a little bit of a mix-up in the markets, okay. And what do I mean by that? If we look at stocks like Bank of America, they sold off, okay. And Bank of America had its corporate earnings yesterday, and so did JP Morgan also sell off. So the banks sold off, and also Meta just finally not breaking lower and bouncing off of this area. But if we look at Microsoft, still very strong at 505, just $1 or $1.50 away from its all-time record highs. Okay, so all intents and purposes, it's on its highs. Now Netflix will be coming out with corporate earning reports today, and that's super important. 1249 right now, just shy of its highs. It may just taper lower, okay, but I wouldn't jump into it before it actually trades. Just, you never know which way it's going to go. NVIDIA, lastly, is holding on to its gains. Okay, that's super important, as that's been a very strong stock on the board. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, I'd say it's unchanged. Okay, anywhere between 117 to 120ish level. I'll really say that it's trading within a range. Hasn't really broken out, and this is what it does. It consolidates after it has a big move. And so sure enough, we're going to have to wait until it has another big move to understand which way it's going to go. It's more of a price action kind of trade as opposed to technicals factors going into it. So just keep it on your radar for any possible breakouts. This is Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.
My advice, this is the best time to trade.